Well, great morning, everyone. Grab some cards, ruffle, shuffle, and just see what they're going to say today. What are they going to point to today? Okay. So the first thing out, the reading is about some light coming in. So light, the energy coming into it, light on a tower moment, okay? Light on the downfall, the blow up, the implosion, imminent implosion. Above it, on the things being overturned, and the nightmare scenario that's going on. So light on the things they're trying to overturn, trying to hold back, but it is a tower moment. So today, we have a message about actions. The challenge is, they're thinking that they are the ultimate authority. Okay, that's the challenge. Above it, when it comes to Republicans and this standing guard, battle weary, okay? Potential outcome, message, information coming out, outside influence, this could either be ruled by information, ruled by the mind, a hardline mind, a stance, a new action above it, and the foundation is wanting to walk away. And what's driving it all is Trump. So Trump is driving all of this. The foundation, the nightmares, trying to stand guard, wanting to walk away. It sounds about right. Above it, this stuff being overturned and the Republicans taking a new action. Okay? The light on the tower moment, message about action when it comes to those who think they're above it, beyond it, authorities, the great authorities. A message about information and hardline mentality. Okay. So let's gather these up. Put these in here, ruffle, shuffle them. And let's go ahead and we're going to do a clarifying read. See what it has to say. So at the center of it all, we have concrete message. Sometimes it's about money. Sometimes it's about reality. Reality hits. Okay, when it comes to the things up in the air, the foundation, this heavy mindset, or the holding on to this information. Okay, one side of it, of course, we have it's a tower moment that's going on when it comes to the message about an action. And this is the Magatonians, or the family of Trump, and they're still holding on to that mindset of wanting it released. Of course, we want the absolute truth. The other side of it, we want a victory of the absolute truth, the downfall, the trauma. And of course, when it comes to a victory, we have Trump retreating mentally He's in decline. We have this fight, this push for information and strengthening wanting the truth, even though it is a tower moment, a downfall for many of them. They want the concrete things to come out for a victory. Magatonians, it says the concrete thing coming out is they're done with Trump. Mentally, they are leaving this. And they're looking for message about an action, the fight for the truth. The Knight of Swords want this information to come out with all the stuff that's still up in the air. So underneath pushing it all, the first thing out is judgment. Okay? They are facing losses. When it comes to their attempted manipulations, they are out in the cold. When it comes to juggling this stuff and the things they're trying to do by the dark of night and his mental instability with what's being offered up, there is a new action that's going to be taken by the Republicans for new information. There is an agreement when it comes to what is being held on to, what's being held back, and what's being built, what's being constructed and worked on is the wheel. The wheel is turning and more investigations are taking place. Pondering this stuff, not liking what's coming, more sharing taking place. The actions in hand when it comes to these abuses of power, and these are not, just mental abuses. They want to go out for the kill, okay? And we have her holding on to these files, the evidence in hand, which of course is mentally, physically painful. So there are the ongoing arguments. When it comes to what is going, the actions taking place, and justice. So working on shedding more light, okay? So big push behind the scenes. It looks like it's going to get even more standing up to Trump and Bondi and Patel, pushing for that truth to come out. Maybe more Republicans are going to start being on board and having pushback with these ones. So we'll have to see. Let's do 3 of the Lenormand with the Tarot and see what else it's going to tell us. What else do we need to know? What else is important to know when it comes to all of this? It's about a short-term success. Short-term. When it comes to Trump, okay? Like I said, he's not going to be there for long. He's having a short-term success. But we have that dark mindset, the clouds. When it comes to the evidence in hand, okay, and the concrete happenings, what we know and what's being anchored in when it comes to figuring out the next move, okay? So short-term success, mentally he's in this morose thing when it comes to the evidence in hand, what we all know to be true, and the things about the Epstein files, the evidence with that as well. and anchoring in, trying to figure out the next move, what's being cut. So let's see what's going to be cut. The wealth, the power, okay? What's being cut is the wealth and the power, okay? When it comes to Trump's short-term success, mental decline, his mental instability, anchoring in a new action, figuring out the next move, the next action to cut the wealthy, the drama with them, what's been covered over when it comes to the knowledge, the law, the knowledge, the information that he's been blocking, that they've been blocking, okay? So cutting the wealthy with the information that he has continually tried to block. So only a short-term success, but things are now, like it said, there's more pushback by the Republicans as well when it comes to this tower moment and pushing to have this stuff really outed. So that's what I get today. More and more pushback is happening when it comes to the Epstein files being released. And the wealthy are kind of shaking in their boots. Now, it appears there are way more than 10 co-conspirators. I guess they're saying now it's up to like 25 people behind the scenes that are profiting off of this, have profited, and probably still profiting off of this. Okay? Yeah, the craftiness. The craftiness. This sly, the you know, foxes in sheep's clothing. When it comes to this and what's being handed out, what's been handed out, okay? The monetary stuff, selling them for money. Now we know Charlie Kirk, you know that lovely wife of hers that's perennially looking up in the sky, has been involved in all of this, okay? Trump's pageants, Romanian children, Charlie Kirk's death, okay? She's been lying through her teeth. Got the cross to bear when it comes to all of this and what's being worked on. Okay? The work that's taking place. This could be the ongoing trafficking problem that we're dealing with. The storylines. Okay, of what they're pondering, not liking what's coming, the emotional drama of this, okay? People are looking at just how sick this all is when it comes to the children, okay? New action. Oh no, new information. New information when it comes to the children. Okay, new information will be coming out about the sale, the profiting, the storylines, how it affects young people okay, emotionally affects them, their life stories, etc. So new information is going to be coming out about this trafficking. It's still going on, okay? So many. And we know Trump is always continuing to pardon those that are criminals because he's a criminal. So he wants to continue to pardon those that are criminals like himself. Unbelievable. So on that note, I'll leave that here. We'll see if the cards are right or wrong. But implosion, internal implosion is taking place. Okay, the wheel is turning. The worm turns. And we're going to have to just continue to hold tight through this time. And it will change, okay? It will change. But now we're looking at the sludge. Got a lot of cleanup to do. Lots of cleanup. So on that note, I'll leave that here. We'll see you online.